The grind and the hustle continues.
Mm-hmm. I like to make money when I sleep.
There you go. And so Nick, real quick, so
yes, it was amazing. Best Philly cheesesteak I've ever had.
I'm glad she came
Yes,
by.
I'll
hung
be
out,
back.
Man. For sure.
Everybody should put mustard on this. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
The cheese pour. Oh.
The cheese porn. I'm telling you, we'll send you the video. You're gonna love it. Cheese porn.
Cheese.
That's what we
Well,
do.
cheese porn.
I got
Yeah, go.
extra cheese for my sandwich. Look how much I eat. I tell you, I fill up so fast.
She's gonna take that home and snack on that all
No,
day.
I'm gonna give you the Logan too. Episode 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The
Logan.
chicken one?
Yeah, you want
What?
some of the chicken on the way
The
home.
chicken one.
Yeah, I want to try a chicken one now. Yeah, go ahead. I just
No,
totally
that's all good. No,
interrupted.
I was like, damn, like he was quiet and he just smashed the whole sandwich by himself.
That's why.
Yeah.
He gets
Dude,
real
when-
quiet and you're like,
Yeah, it's good. I'm just over here doing work.
Yeah. I was like, damn, like she was talking about business. He's like, he went to business on the
I'm just
sandwich.
gonna go back and time it.
That
on the
sandwich
video. It's
learned
probably
his
in
business.
under 2 minutes.
So how'd you come back out to? You came back out to LA, and then so how'd you get involved
Yes.
in the music business?
So I was always back and forth because my mom's family is from LA, and my dad had a house in LA when I was growing up. So I was going to school in Florida, and when I wasn't in school for summers or winters or whatever, we'd be here. And it was just kind of natural because this was like a second home. So then when I was 18, I had come back out here just because I kind of wanted to switch things up. I was living in Florida and coming back and forth so much, I started to like being on the West Coast more. So I decided that I wanted to move back here, and as soon as I moved back, I was immediately exposed to like the DJ culture. And I was already kind of exposed to the music industry through work that my sister had done and things like that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of familiar, and just through DJing, it kind of led me down this path of this music career, and I ended up now at Dash Radio, and I'm running the electronic music department there. And when I moved back to LA 10 years ago, shortly after that, I started interning at these recording studios, which is now Dash Radio. So it's kind of like full circle, put in the work early, and just been messing around with the music stuff, and kind of found my way back over there, and it's really cool. I enjoy it a lot.
And so what's worked for you? Because obviously you started as an intern, now you're a VP. So what was your grind? Like, what was your hustle? Like, how did you get from where you're at to the level you're at now?
It was exactly that. It's just the grind. It's hard work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of dedication and sacrifice, and it's hours and hours and hours and hours of doing something that you might not want to do at the time to get to do something that you do want to do. And it's like, you know, interning at those studios, it was more about making connections and learning, and like, you know, what traits can I pick up here? What, you know, insider things can I learn just from experience that you don't learn in school, or that somebody's not going to tell you.
Yeah.
And those things, you know, people see that you show up early, you stay late, you take the trash out, you clean stuff up. It's like people see that, people take note of that stuff. It's like those things don't go unnoticed, and it's like when those people would see me working and interning, I eventually left the studios and I started interning for a guy named Poet who was in the Black Eyed Peas and a couple other people in the music industry, and I'd gone to this music school in Burbank, and through all these times I started touring, DJing, and putting out my own records and things like that. And the guys who were running the recording studios had always stayed in touch with me, and they just kind of like kept watch or kept an eye on me and what I was doing. And then just recently, about a year and a half or 2 years ago, they reached back out to me and they said, hey, we've been keeping an eye on your career and what you're doing, and we really are happy for you, and we'd like to know if you'd like to come back over here to Dash and help us with our electronic music department. So I said, absolutely.
Tight. See? Hard work, guys. Hard work. And so
People take note, you know, people see it, you know.
No, I mean, we talk about it here on the show all the time. It's like the work that you put in. It's like, yeah, sometimes it's tedious stuff that you don't want to do, but you just got to do it and push through it.
That sounds like me all day. Tell them all day I'm sitting here bitching about, this is tedious, I don't want to do this
no,
shit.
I say it's too tedious for me to do that. I'm just going to pay somebody to do it.
Well, at that point, at some point, yeah, of course. Like, when you get to,
eventually.
because you can't spend your time, and now you're VP, you can't spend your time on things that you can't spend time on.
But I have a lot of free time because I just work on my phone from anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
So I spend most of my day hanging out with him, helping him do shit, like do errands that he needs to do, or like scheduling shit, or like reminding him of shit.
It's
so
important
it's
to
like,
delegate. Like
yeah.
Delegate things to other people and things like
Oh,
that.
me? Thanks.
Well, no, I'm talking to you, how you delegate things to, like, you'll hire someone to do this for you, or hire someone to do that for you, or whatever, because there comes a time where you got to realize that, like, for me, you got to sit back and realize what you're good at and what you're not good at. And you can't sit here and pretend that you're good at everything, because I know I'm probably the best at saying when I'm not good at something and saying, hey, I'm not the guy for this job. Somebody else needs to do this. Somebody's going to do it better than me. But I'm also really good at certain things, and I can sit here and say I am the best person for this job. So all about working smart too, and knowing when you're kind of wasting your energy or wasting your effort, when it would be smarter and more efficient to have somebody else who's best suited for that task.
Yeah. But that's also leadership, because you're able to be like, hey, listen, I can't do this. You're probably better than me. Hey, let's move forward, and you're going to do a better job than me. That's really hard for a lot of people to do, but that's just part of anything you're doing. It's like leadership is like, hey, listen, like, I think, because everyone has a goal, right? You're trying to get to somewhere, like, whatever, it's growing your business, growing your brand, or, you know, moving up the chain or whatever. It's like, you got to be able to lead people, because they're going to follow you, because they're like, oh shoot, this guy knows what he's doing. And you feel empowered. So that's really cool to hear, man. It's good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm always about that. I'm reading this book called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. He's like an ex-Navy SEAL guy.
Oh, cool.
But it's just like talking about like how you're supposed to, all the stuff that you're just mentioning. So, yeah, man, it's just, you got to just be able to lead people and delegate and all that kind of stuff.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
And it's like, if you took away language, it's people are very primal at the basic level, and it's like people follow by, you know, watch. You know, they watch people and they see what they're doing, and it's almost without even having to speak it, just by taking the action, people will kind of think, oh, maybe I should be doing that too. Maybe it just kind of setting the example is almost one of the most important parts too.
Exactly. No, I'm 100% on board. Like, when we started this business, it was like, yo, man, like, I have to be, you know, sometimes you just gotta take the trash out, you gotta do the dishes, you gotta be willing to just be like, you know what, you can't be too big to do some stuff, because you gotta lead by example. You know what I'm saying?
And half the time, like I feel like if I'm doing something, like, I'd rather do it myself because I know it's gonna get done, as opposed to like telling someone to do it and then they don't do it how I want, and I'm like, I could have just did that and saved the time, you know.
Time and money, right?
Mm-hmm. Time is so valuable.
So
crazy.
Who's the best at making cheesesteaks around here?
You or your dad?
It's probably my dad. When he first came to America, one of his first jobs he had back in like '81 was at a cheesesteak joint. You know what I'm saying? So that was his first gig, and then he worked there for a year or two, saved up some money, borrowed some money, opened up a spot, a deli in Jersey, and had a cheesesteak joint there. And then he got into clothing business and a lot of different businesses. My dad's been more of an entrepreneur, which is where I get that. Where I get that from. It's like,
watched them do it.
Yeah, just like opening businesses, and initially came to LA to be a filmmaker. So I came here 17 years ago in July. And so I worked in reality television, worked at The Real World, Bad Girls Club, like Kardashians. And I worked my way up. Same thing with you. I started at the bottom. Login was America's Next Top Model, Cycle 6. Like, just nighttime login from like 7 to like 3 in the morning. Yeah, and then so worked my way up, went to a bunch of different positions, and kind of after all that stuff happened, I ended up doing some indie features. So produced like 3 indie feature films from like, you know, smaller budget ones. My smallest one was like $10,000, like $150,000, like you know, feature film, from like script, hiring, all that kind of stuff. So I could produce films. That's my thing. And somehow my parents and we ended up opening this business. But yeah, we just started it like 7 years ago. We started with me, my mom, my dad, and like one other person. It was us four. I mean, like the first couple of days, man, we had like 20 tickets one day. Like, oh shit, yo, we got 20 tickets, you know? It was crazy. So we started from like literally like I would clean the bathrooms, I did the dishes, I bricked the grill, I did all that stuff. So I could do all that stuff in the kitchen. But as we grew and we had to hire more people, it wasn't even like taking care of that stuff. It's like hiring, you know, safe practices, health department, then you do payroll, workers' comp, like you gotta do all this stuff. Yeah, now we have 25 plus employees, and so it's like, you know, how do I lead 25 people? It's not even like 2 people, it's 25. And get them on the same page, all come from different places, different backgrounds, and you gotta be able to lead. And so, you know, I spend time trying to figure out how to, you know, sometimes kitchen work, it's crazy. Like it was nuts. And so like just getting like 8 people just working together as a team when it's like constant, just bang, 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 and doing it, maintaining high quality, that's hard. But you know, it's always like, you're not gonna ever get there every single time, but it's like, I try to get there every single time. You know what I'm saying? Putting that extra work, putting the extra like, hey, I'll buy them beers after work and shit, like things like that, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
So I mean, that's,
if people are happy, they work better.
Yeah.
Like,
so
you don't want people
Boop?
that are miserable.